Well, the next time you cook a meal, if you find your foods just aren't as flavorful, it could mean the nation's growing shortage of honeybees is affecting your food. Bees run out of food when developers plow over land to build, and the harsh winters aren't helping either. I spoke with one of the most experienced beekeepers in the state who has 500,000 bees of his own. There's a growing buzz about something in Ohio. In the last 5 years, the number of beekeepers in Ohio has jumped 20% to almost 4,000 in the state.
Backyard beekeeping has exploded in the last 3 years. One of the reasons is because people are concerned about where their food comes from.
Kim Flodham is quite the busy bee himself. He's the editor of Bee Culture, an international beekeeping magazine with more than 20,000 subscribers across the country. And he's a bee advisor to the White House. Despite my nearly paralyzing fear of bees, I suited up for an up-close look at what it takes to be a beekeeper in Ohio.
Sealed in, and there's no...
The bees can't come in here, right? Oh, man. The protective netting keeps the bees out, and it's thick so their stingers can't get through. But you still have to take a few precautions.
They pay attention to quick movements.
Okay.
When you're slapping and doing this sort of thing, that's going to get their attention.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. One of the first things beekeepers do when we go to work a hive is we get the smoker going. It confuses that. We turn off the internet. It confuses all of the messages. It shuts down the phone lines. Nobody's talking to anybody. While they're confused, beekeepers go in, do what they need to do, put the things back together, and go home.
Colonizing bees has many benefits. In good weather, bees can produce more than 30 pounds of honey a week. That honey can be bottled and sold at a local farmer's market. At the height of the summer, every colony has about 80,000 bees. Well, Kim has 500,000. That's enough to pollinate every garden in a 3-mile radius. That means healthier food for all of Kim's neighbors.
About a third of our diet and about 40% of the nutrients that we eat every day come from plants that are pollinated by honeybees. Melons, watermelon, muskmelon, cucumbers, all of those, all of the squashes, apples and almonds and avocados, and the list goes on and on and on.
Without this little guy, we'd all be eating a lot more grain and rice. But if the mild weather in Ohio doesn't level out, more grains and rice could be on the menu anyway.
But the beekeepers in Ohio this year have had a tough time. The weather has not been good. All of the farmers in Ohio have been struggling because there's been so much rain, intermittent rain, lots of mud.
Recently, croppers in southern Ohio have started to bring in hundreds of thousands of bees from other states to help pollinate their crops because there just aren't enough beekeepers here in Ohio.